Okay, so welcome to my build video. Finally, I get to show you guys what I've been working with, right? So I'll go through everything in the build, from the skills and gears and rotations and so I'll start with explaining the gear, right? So we have on the front bar, we have a Master's Lightning Staff, which is in charge with a Absorb Stamina enchantment. This one increases your weapon and spell damage, right? Very good. On the back bar, we have a powered Rallying Cry Restoration Staff with a Berserker enchantment. Everyone knows what this does. For the monster set, we have Nibbenai Bay Battle Reeve, Light Divines Tri-Stat enchantment. This one gives you a big damage shield every time someone pulls you, knocks you back, or something like that. And when you do not have the damage shield, you also get a damage reduction. Very good. For the body set, we have Way of the Fire, yes. This one is active at all times, so even when we switch bars to the back bars, we'll still have a lot of pressure on the enemy. Right? We have this in Reinforced for the chest with Tri-Stat. We have a shoulder, which is Divines of the same monster set with a Tri-Stat glyph. We have a Divines Waist, Tri-Stat glyph. Divines Hands, Tri-Stat glyph. Reinforced Legs, Tri-Stat glyph. Divines Feet with a Tri-Stat glyph. And then we have Rallying Cry on the jewelry. Everything is in Bloodthirsty trait with a weapon and spell damage. This one is good. I really like using this because it's kind of like an execute. We don't really have an execute on this, but this one gives a lot of damage when the enemy is at low health, which is very handy. Moving on. The skills. On the front bar, we have Streak, use this to get around and to stun people. We have Crystal Weapon, this is my spammable, and we use this in conjunction with this one and this one as spammables. So basically how this build works is we use Crystal Weapon, we use Elemental Susceptibility, and we use Shock Reach. We weave all of these ones and we make sure we hit our light attacks and we do a lot of damage. Right? So we also have a shield on the front bar. This shield is not very big because we do not run a Max Magicka build, but it's still a shield. It gives you, it takes some pressure off you, it heals you a little bit. It's good to have a habit of using this quite often. For the ultimate, we use Energy Overload. This one gives you sustain. This one makes sure that your light attacks even hit even more, right? So this one in combination with this one, also in combination with the champion points, will make sure that your light attacks will hit like a truck and you will do a lot of damage. What you do is you change in between these three skills. And then on the back bar, we have Hurricane. We have Resolving Vigor, we have Dark Deal, we have Crit Surge, we have Haunting Curse, and we have Light's Champion. Right, so this one is your armor buff, it's also a speed buff, and it does damage in an AoE. This one will proc your Crit Surge a lot if you're fighting big groups of enemies. This is a heal over time, which gives you minor resolve. This is a burst heal, which also gives you stamina. It gives you stamina over time, and it gives you minor berserk and minor force. So you want to always have this one up. So you have to use this ability every 10 seconds. This one you have to use every 33 seconds. It gives you major brutality and sorcery, and it heals you every time, every second. It gives you a heal. Haunting Curse, you put this on the enemy in the beginning of a fight. When you run up to them, you put this ability on them, and then you switch your front bar and you hit them with your main damaging abilities. Right. This is the Panic ultimate. If you're about to die, you activate this ultimate and you will survive, most likely. And you also get major force. You will survive, and not only that, you will also do more damage. So for me, I've tweaked, I've changed around the skills a lot. This is how I like to play it the best. So just trust me on this one. Then when it comes to your skill points, you want, besides the obvious, you want all the points in destruction staff. Oh my days, restoration staff, and you want all the points in light armor. You want all the points in heavy armor. You want you probably want. You don't really need this one, right? You want your points in Mage's Guild for. Let me see so I don't lie to you. You do not need the points in Mage's Guild. You want these points in Undaunted, more max stats, and when you activate the synergy, you heal a little bit. You want the points in Assault. You want skill points in Support. You want your racial skill points, and that's about it. And I am a high elf on this build. You can be whatever you want, I don't care. Now, when it comes to my potions, right? So I use Spell Critical. If you did not know, this is a very good potion. This one gives you Major Prophecy at all times, and it heals you, and it gives you Magicka back, and increases your Magicka recovery. How do you make this potion? You make this from Bug Loss. This one, you make this with Bug Loss and Lady Smoke and Water Hyacinth. Or you buy it. But this potion is very good. It works very well for me. I have Major Prophecy on both bars. And I get healing and I get Magicka back. For the food, I'm using the cheap version of Smoked Bear Haunch, which is Jewels of Misrule. This one gives you sustain and max health. It works very well with this build. You don't need any more sustain. I never run out of resources. If I do, I just heavy attack on the back bar a couple times, since you get more Magicka back when you heavy attack with the restoration staff. And also, since I'm wearing so much heavy armor, I also get more Magicka back from the heavy attacks. And you'll be back up to full Magicka in no time, right? Now for the champion points. In the blue tree, you want to use Fighting Finesse, you want to use Weapons Expert, and you want to use Focus Mending and Duelist Rebuff. Very good. And then for the red tree, you want to use Bastion, you want to use Celerity, and you want to use Relentlessness, and you want to use Pain's Refuge. For the green tree, you can use whatever you want. You probably want this one, Breakfall, and you want Liquid Efficiency. Now, here's the unbuffed stat sheets. I'm not a vampire on this build, and I do not have any mythic items. We have 32,000 max health, we have 22,000 max Magicka, and we have 17,000 max stamina. The unbuffed stats look like this. We have 20 points into Magicka and 44 points into health. We have the Lover Munda Stone to get more spell penetration. It works very well, trust me. Now, what else? For the rotation, you want to make sure you have your buffs up like this at all times. This four. Don't let these ones run out. All the time. And I will show you what to do when you see an enemy, right? So if you see an enemy, let's pretend that this guy is a player, and you have all these buffs up, right? You hit them with the curse, you hit them with this one, this one. And then what you do is you just go in between. So I'll show you again. What you want to do is you want to go in between. You want to weave light attacks between your damaging abilities. So you want to do light attack into crystal weapon, light attack into elemental susceptibility, light attack into shock reach. And then you go in between these three. And the way the build is set up is it makes sure you do a lot of damage. And then right before the curse pops, you want to streak into the enemy so they're stunned when the curse pops, and they will probably die, in all honesty, because you do so much damage. So I'll go through it once again. You want to make sure you have all your buffs up, like this. You want to hit the curse. You want to hit this to get your spell damage up. You want to hit the elemental susceptibility, and you want to spam your crystal weapon. And then that's all there is to the build. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll show you the buffed stats a little bit if I can. It's so hard to show, but I have around 5,500, I guess, spell damage. Let's see again. See if I can show you this in a better way. Okay, I'll go. Let's see if I. Oh, there's some enemies over there. Okay, so you're just gonna have to trust me when I say that this works very well. In fact, I am so confident that I will try and fight some enemies. I will try and fight this guy and see if I can kill him. And if I can, that proves my point. That this build is very, very effective. And if you are outnumbered, what you want to do when it comes to the defensive side is you want to heavy attack into your heals. So you want to heavy attack, you want to heal, use your shield, do damage. This build, I wouldn't say it's very tanky, but I would say it's tanky enough. It's tanky enough. That's how the best way I would describe it. It is a little bit tanky. Like it's not squishy by any means. The good thing about this build is your light attacks do a lot of damage. You will have a lot of people running away from you. Some people you will have a difficult time killing, obviously, because they might be so good, right? But if you just do what I tell you to do, and you keep on always make sure you have your buffs up. There you go. So basically, as you saw there, what I was doing is I made sure I had my buffs up. I looked for the opportunities, right? I look for the opportunities where the enemy is vulnerable, and then I hit them with the streak. So I stun them, and then I just make sure that my hunting curse and everything goes off at the same time. So that's the build. That's the build, basically. See if I can show you some. If I can show you some max stats here in a second. Wait. You get the idea. I think you get the idea at this point. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I'll make an update to the video. All right. Thank you so much.